know anybody was out here. Hope I don't need a reservation. I work right across the street, you know, doing construction. I just feel more comfortable eating up here. Gorgeous day, isn't it? I like it up here. It's nice, quiet. Gives you a chance to get away from the chaos down there. Never seen you up here before. Do you eat here a lot?
No.
I don't blame you.
What?
Taking off your shoes every chance you get. I don't know how you wear those things. I see half a dozen women a day lose a heel in those grates down there. Shoe repair, that's the business to be in. Not that you don't look good in those high heels, I think you do. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to be forward. You know, foot in the mouth. Sorry, bad joke. You picked the best side.
The best side?
Oh, yeah. Well, the north side's got the best view of the skyline, but it's in the shade, and it's a haven for pigeons. You gotta duck and cover and watch where you sit. It's not the best spot for lunch. You can't get up in the east tower at all anymore since the law firm moved in. You have to use a pass key for the elevator bank. South side's got no view at all. Lots of noise from the traffic. You picked the best side, that's for sure. That's it!
What?
It is definitely the Bermuda onion that makes this sandwich. Not a white onion, a Bermuda red onion. You see, you take your bagel, you spread on some cream cheese. I prefer sesame, but it doesn't really matter with the bagel. You spread on some cream cheese, add a slice of lox. I prefer Nova Scotia, it's a little less salty. But then you top it off with a Bermuda onion. It's a sweet onion, not pungent like the white ones, you know? Here, have a bite.
No, thanks.
Oh, go on, have a bite.
No.
What, you don't like lox?
Lox are fine.
Oh, don't tell me you're on a diet. God, you guys. Okay. By itself, this bagel concoction has got, what, about 1 million calories? But, no, make that a zillion But if you share it with somebody, it doesn't have any calories at all. Oh, wait a minute, you got some lox in your lox, so to speak.
I'll get it.
A little to the left. A little more. There you go.
Do you have a cigarette?
A cigarette? Ah, I've been smoking 5, 6 years ago. You shouldn't smoke, you know, it's really bad for your health. Oh, I know, ex-smokers smokers are the worst. We smoked like fiends for years, flicking our ashes everywhere with the best of them. Then the moment we quit, we developed this superior attitude. Kind of like people who discover religion, you know, that obnoxious, better than thou attitude. So I'm not going to lecture you. I am not one to talk about bad habits. I drink, what, about a pot of coffee a day? You know, you really should try some of this coffee. I've got an extra cup here. You see, there's a real secret to making good coffee. Most people rush it, so they don't get the full flavor of things. Go on, don't let it get cold. See, you've got to do it right from the get-go. Okay, first you take your beans. You grind them for 16 seconds. No more, no less. Not 14 or 10, 16 seconds. Okay? Then, you add the beans to the filter. And this is the important part. You splash them with a little hot water. That's the secret, the hot water. You see, that explodes the beans and allows the flavor to concentrate in the water. You do that instead of just dumping all the water in at once. You splash them with a little hot water, and then you add the rest of the beans, the rest of the water to the beans. But you explode your beans first, you absolutely cannot go wrong. Am I right?
How long is your lunch?
Is that a lemon tree over there?
A lemon tree?
Yeah.
Where?
There. See? Right on top of that building.
Oh, yeah. I guess it is. It kind of looks like a Eureka lemon tree.
A Eureka lemon tree?
Yeah. They're smaller than regular lemon trees.
Oh, isn't that great? A lemon tree. A Eureka lemon tree. Isn't that something? In the middle of this concrete labyrinth, someone is growing a lemon tree. You know, my super put a sign up in our apartment building, said tenants can't go up on the roof. I go up there all the time anyway. My roof's really ugly though. All tar and antennas, cords winding everywhere like snakes with glandular problems. But I like to go up there and look out over the city. And as I look out, I notice all these people have these yards in the sky, these really amazing rooftop gardens. Some of them are really elaborate. This lush foliage just sprouting out of the tops of buildings. It's really kind of weird when you think about it. I remember when I first moved to New York, had this little loft off of Prince Street, sublet it from a friend, who sublet it from a friend, and so on and so on. Anyway, one morning I was just sleeping in, you know, half awake. I used to work a lot of hours back then, but I was just enjoying sleeping in. And in the distance, I thought I could hear a lawnmower. And I said to myself, my sleeping self, that is a sure sign of summer. Oh, I love summer. This lawnmower sound was making me think of playing frisbee in the park and those long, warm evenings, you know, when the people just kind of pour out of the bars and the restaurants onto the street. But I was enjoying picturing all of these great summer scenes, you know, and my brain was saying, something is wrong here. And I sat straight up in bed, wide awake. I couldn't possibly be here in a lawnmower. Where I live, there aren't any lawns to mow.
Well, if it wasn't a lawnmower, what was it?
I don't know. The sound stopped when I woke. I never did find out what it was. Weird, huh? I wonder what they feed that tree to make it grow like that. I mean, this is not a city known for its lemon groves, as you well know. And yet that tree is really flourishing. That's a talent. Somebody's got a real talent there. I don't have a green thumb, but I'll bet you do. You know, somebody told me to buy a spider plant once because they're hardy. You know, even if you kind of forget to water them all the time, which I do have a tendency to do. So I bought one. I went to the grocery store. They got it for $5 there, with the coat hanger attached to the basket and everything, ready to just go and grow. I almost bought this really cool Venus flytrap. I guess I'd seen too many sci-fi movies, though. The thought of sharing my hamburger with a plant just seemed... So I stuck with the predictable and the hardy spider plant. Not really doing too well, though. I think somebody poured a beer in it at my last party.
Try putting your coffee grounds in the soil.
Coffee grounds?
Yeah, it'll make the soil richer. It's kind of a mulch.
A mulch? Mulch? I like that word, mulch. It sounds like a real plant word. Well, now listen, does it matter if it's flavored coffee, though? Because I buy that sometimes to go with my fridge roast, you know?
I don't think so.
Coffee, huh?
Eggshells are good, too.
Plants like eggshells.
Yeah.
But not beer.
No, not beer.
See, I can tell you had a green thumb. I can tell these things. I do not know how, but I can tell.
Oh, I really don't.
Yeah, well, how many plants you got at home?
I don't know.
Yeah, well, see, if you don't know, it must be a lot. More than 10?
I guess so.
What? More than 20?
I really don't
Woo!
know.
Folks, we got a real plant pathologist up here. Oh, well, I'm sorry. Don't get all nervous. I'm not going to pump you for more information about my spider plant. You don't have any African fucking violets, do you? I mean, pardon my French, but I just hate those plants. My aunt had millions of them. They're like the poodles of the plant world. All foo-foo on the outside, no guts on the inside. I mean, African violets are pretty and all, but you know, those little delicate flowers, you just look at them the wrong way and they just fall apart. They get all disgusting and brown. And...
I don't have any African fucking violets. I have ferns and coleus and a Swedish friendship plant. I did have a poodle once. Well, it was really my mother. She couldn't stand dog hair all over the furniture, so she got a poodle because they don't shed much. She'd send it to the groomer and the poor dog would come back all clipped and sprayed and polished, little bows in her hair. God, even her nails were painted. I can still hear the click-click sound her nails would make on the linoleum. She was smart. She always looked so funny you could never take her seriously.
I didn't mean to offend you with what I said about poodles.
No, it's okay. I don't even remember her name. Isn't that weird?
Well, you know, you're talking to somebody who's really bad with names. So I don't think that's weird at all. By the way, what's yours?
My name?
Yeah. You know, your nom de plume.
It's Sarah.
Sarah. Mine's David. You know, Sarah, food tastes better outside. Do you ever notice that? I wonder why. You take your ordinary PB&J sandwich, boring, right? But you take it on a picnic to the beach or the park, and the ambiance makes it an Epicurean delight. Oh, hey, listen, you should try some of this orange. It's really ripe. I think you'll like it. Aren't oranges great? They come already wrapped, they're cut, and they're biodegradable. You know, right before the holidays, my mother used to take oranges and stick cloves in them. All over the orange. Did you ever hear of that? They looked like some kind of medieval weapon. But they smelled great. She'd put them in baskets all over the house. Never forgave my parents for getting a fake Christmas tree. There is nothing better than the smell of pie. And here they come home one day with, instead of a Douglas fir, a box with instructions in it. Oh, I was so mad. I said, well, when we're done using it as a Christmas tree, we can just pull the branches out and scrub some bottles out with them. I complained so much they wanted to go out and buy some of that fake pine stuff to spray around the tree. I wouldn't let them. It's not the same. You're trying to sing along with Mitch while you're spraying fake pine stuff around the house. It's just not the same. You know, one year we had a slight accident with that tree. See, it was my job to take the tree outside and shake off all the remaining tinsel before we boxed it up. Well, I guess I left it out there a little too close to the trash. There were other ornaments outside, you know, to distract you. Kids are easily distracted, right? Yeah. I had to shovel a lot of driveways that winter to make up for that tree. It wasn't a punishment, though, really. I loved being outside. And we never got a fake tree after that. My mother still makes the best nog in the whole world, bar none. Look at what we've got here, Sarah. 2. One for you and one for me. Oh, don't forget what I said about calories. When you share food, there aren't any calories. I don't know how that works. It just does. You like peanut butter, Sarah? I love peanut butter. And these cookies have got little bits of real peanut in them. I like that. Look at this here, Sarah. Sitting on top of the world. Most people don't take enough time, you know. They don't take enough time to look at what's happening around them. They go into their cramped little offices, and they have their meetings. They eat their lunches while they're typing papers and adding up figures. They miss the air and the skyline and the lemon trees growing on tops of buildings. Exploding the coffee beans, Sarah, that is what it's all about. There's the whistle. I guess we better be getting back. You know, my dad used to have a lunch pail just like this. I used to think lunch pails were dumb. Carried my lunch to work in a paper bag. Till one day some 340-pound klutz accidentally sat on it. Tortilla flats. I've been carrying a lunch pail ever since. You know, Sarah, I'd really like to thank you for having lunch with me. I usually eat alone, but I really enjoyed your company. Here, let me help you. It was the same for me my first time up here.